Hey again, besties, and welcome back to the channel. If there's one thing that continues to amaze me about the Stardew Valley modding community, it's gotta be the incredible amount of talented creators who pour their heart and soul into designing a unique new NPC for us to befriend, romance, and welcome into the valley. From mysterious travelers to magical new buddies, there's just so many amazing NPC mods out there to enhance our games. And today, I'm taking on the nearly impossible task of narrowing down my personal favorites to just 10. And oh my gosh, friends, it was such a struggle. I was able to come up with at least 20 or so that I enjoy in my current playthrough, so I'll almost certainly have to make a part 2 video to give the rest of them some love. These 10 mods contain unique NPCs, all with beautifully written heart events, unique schedules, and dialogue that makes the valley feel more alive than ever. Whether you're looking to add a new romance option, cultivate budding new friendships, or just want to add some general silliness to the valley, this list has a little bit of everything. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel or are a silent lurker who's been enjoying these latest videos, it would mean the absolute world to me if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future mod showcase. I upload every Thursday and Saturday. Now without further ado, let's get into the mods. If there's one thing that makes a walk through the woods infinitely better, it's stumbling upon a gang of adorable tiny mice. The Mouse Friends in the Forest mod by Dolphin is Not a Fish is the very definition of a delightful discovery, turning a quiet cindersap forest into a bustling little mousy community. This mod adds a whopping 10 mice friends to the game, each one a new character with their own unique personality and little job to do around the woods. You'll find them after receiving a letter from the original Hat Mouse about their new shop opening. These little mice truly make the forest feel alive with their tiny, purposeful daily activities. It's the kind of mod that makes you want to take the long way home, just so you can see what they're up to for the day. What I love most about this mod is how it adds so much more cuteness and overall whimsy to the forest. After you've met all the mice for the first time, 2 of them will randomly visit the forest every day except during bad weather days, giving you a reason to explore and discover their daily routines. And I absolutely adore that several of these hat mice even appear as vendors at seasonal festivals, setting up little shops to sell their wares alongside the other townsfolk. It makes the festivals feel more populated and gives you another reason to seek them out. Their main hub is a little stall east of the Hat Mouse shop located in the Cindersap Forest, where you could trade in your trash for unique items, a perfect use for all that driftwood and broken glass you've been hoarding. Each mouse has their own cute personality, and the mod is even compatible with other Hat Mouse related mods, ensuring your rodent run economy can be as robust as you want it to be. It's a charming, heartwarming addition that proves that sometimes the best things in the valley comes in the form of tiny, fuzzy new buddies. This next mod is one that feels like it should have been in the game from day one. I'm talking about Ayeisha by the Limey Dragon, a custom NPC I first stumbled across back when Stardew Valley 1.6 first dropped, and she has earned a permanent spot in every single one of my playthroughs ever since. She brings a role to Pelican Town that was always surprisingly unfilled after all these years, a dedicated postal worker for the Ferdgill Postal Service. Before Ayeisha, your mail just magically appeared in your mailbox. Now, there's a friendly face responsible for getting those letters to you, and this level of immersion is absolutely fantastic. What makes Ayeisha such a great addition is how deeply integrated she feels. She has a number of mail delivery events for the vanilla characters, bringing a new sense of life to the daily routine. But the true genius of this mod is how it extends itself into the modding universe. The creator has added support for delivery events for a growing list of custom NPCs, including Mr. Ginger, Jacob from East Scarp, Juna, and the beloved Jorts and Jean, among others. There are even special love token events where NPCs you're dating will send you a unique delivery, supporting over 50 different custom NPCs. To make all these deliveries work, Ayeisha's mod also adds a number of mailboxes to NPCs who were previously missing them, which makes so much sense to me. The mod is also designed with a wide variety of recolor mods in mind, and even includes a custom option for you to make your own fixes, showing the care put into its compatibility. They even provided a template for other authors to integrate Ayeisha into their own mods. Ayeisha is a wonderfully immersive addition that gives your valley a proper postal service and makes the entire town feel just a little bit more connected. For anyone who loves adding new layers of realism to their game, Ayeisha is a must-add. For this next spot, we're diving into the life of the wizard's mysterious ex-wife. I know you've seen that witch flying over your farm, you've visited her hut, but she's never actually been there. Until now. Alecto the Witch by Zoe Doll is a fantastic NPC mod that gives this enigmatic figure a full personality, a daily schedule, and a story that honestly makes you feel for her. Alecto is described as a grumpy wine aunt, a secret romantic, the owner of 2 crows, and someone who is just going through a lot right now. She's a bit rough around the edges, but there's a lot of depth to her, and building a friendship with her is both challenging and rewarding. This mod adds a full-fledged new NPC to your game, complete with heart events, unique dialogue, and an out-of-hut schedule that has her roaming around the valley with her crows. You can begin interacting with her as soon as you meet her, without needing to complete the Wizard's Magic Ink quest first. Just don't tell the wizard. She has her own give taste and schedule, making her feel like a genuine part of the community. While the mod itself only adds 1 quest, Alecto really shines when paired with the Distant Lands mod by Iman111, a mod that I've previously gone over on this channel. With both this mod and Distant Lands installed, it adds a whole host of new quests and events specifically for her. It's a fantastic combo that turns her into a major part of a larger story. What I love most about this mod is how well integrated Alecto is. She's designed to react to events from other popular NPC mods like Juna, Lavril, Lucicaille, and she even gets bonus events if you have eScarp installed. Her crows will even hang out with Jorts, Jean, and Mr. Ginger if you have all of them installed together. Plus, there are built-in configuration options to make her compatible with female wizard replacers. Alecto adds a wonderfully grumpy, complex, and ultimately endearing NPC to your valley, and she's been a staple in pretty much all of my playthroughs since her release. This next mod is one that truly holds a special place in my heart, and has become an absolute staple in all of my playthroughs. Created by the incredibly talented Lemur Cat, Mr. Ginger is far more than just a cute kitty that wanders around Pelican Town. This mod is surprisingly packed with so much content, emotion, and personality that it genuinely feels like it belongs in the game. Mr. Ginger is a ginger tabby that follows Jazz around town, paying visits to other villagers, some of whom appreciate his company, while others seem to not. Like all good cats, he goes by numerous names, including Osiris and Marmalade, but his purpose goes far beyond just simple charm. The mod was born from a real observation. Jazz is a lonely child with only Vincent to play with, and the 2 adults in her life, Marnie and Shane, often had very little time for her. What she needed was an animal friend, and Mr. Ginger fills that role beautifully. He's described as Jazz's cat friend and guardian who keeps her company when the human adults in her life leave her by herself. I should also note that Mr. Ginger is also a very popular NPC mod on Nexus, and for very good reason. What I love most about Mr. Ginger is just how much depth Lemur Cat has woven into him. His story is genuinely touching, following a lonely child and her steadfast feline companion. And his dialogue? Some of it has genuinely made me laugh out loud multiple times. Mr. Ginger also comes with a full set of heart events that unfold as you befriend him more, from 2 hearts all the way to 10. And there's even a special scene at the Wizard's Tower that requires you to have 2 hearts with the wizard himself. And yes, you can actually invite Mr. Ginger to move in with you as a housemate once you reach 10 hearts, and offer him any extended family legendary fish. This mod is compatible with pretty much everything, and it's designed to work alongside Lemur Cat's immersive Marnie and Jazz expansion mod for an even richer experience. Honestly, if you're looking for an NPC mod that will tug at your heartstrings, make you chuckle, and add a truly meaningful presence to the valley, I can't recommend Mr. Ginger enough. This mod is likely the crown jewel of possibly Clowns or fellow Clowns' incredible narrative mods. The Wayfarer Remastered introduces a standalone NPC named Lyle Halkias, a mysterious man who washes up on the shores of Pelican Town with no memory of his past or his purpose, as well as his pet Roswell. As you befriend him and help him on his journey of self-improvement and discovery, you'll unlock the ability to date him, learn new cooking and crafting recipes, and even acquire new farm animals. What I love about this mod is that it feels like a natural extension of the world, especially since it pairs so nicely with the other fantastic mods like Collector and the Arcadian Exchange, both of which I use in my main playthrough. I absolutely love the new boat that travels to Pelican Beach and Ginger Island throughout the week. The level of detail to the sprites, other elements, and lore is absolutely staggering, making this a must download for anyone who wants a deep, story-driven NPC in their valley. If you've ever installed the Little Red Schoolhouse by Ixadav and thought that there was never enough children in town to fill it, then you are going to absolutely adore the Stardew Kids expansion. This wonderful mod, originally created by the late author Bert Camise, has been lovingly remade for modern versions by Zelox. It brings the valley to life by adding 5 brand new child NPCs for you to meet and befriend. Meet Adrian, Douglas, Tina, Vanessa, and James. Each a new relative or child of existing townsfolk, and each with their own unique dialogue that changes as you get to know them. What I love most is that they don't just stand around. These kids have their own little lives, with new events to experience and even 5 new maps to explore where they hang out, making the world feel so much more vibrant and interconnected. The true beauty of this mod lies in how seamlessly it integrates with the rest of your modded valley. It is incredibly well designed to play nicely with other giants like Stardew Valley Expanded and East Scarp, with characters like Douglas getting special schedules to explore those new areas. It also comes with built-in compatibility with other mods like the Farmer's Children and the adorable Little Red Schoolhouse, meaning all the new kids can actually attend school together instead of just hanging out at the library. It's a massive, heartwarming expansion that adds so much life to the community, and it's one of those mods that I absolutely can't play without. For this next mod, I have to be completely honest with you all. I've actually reviewed this NPC in one of my mod showcases from last year, but the amount of love and updates this NPC has received since then, I just couldn't ignore. That and this is an NPC that I just had to put on this list. I'm completely, utterly obsessed with Once Upon a Fleurine by Toddle's Farm. Fleurine is a whimsical and fashionable new face who arrives in Pelican Town as a self-proclaimed and not-so-mysterious witch from the Magical Institute. With a flair for the dramatic and a heart full of good intentions, she's supposed to be keeping a watchful eye on certain magical matters. Though if I'm being honest, I think she'd much rather be enjoying a cup of tea or engaging in a lively gossip with Elliot. Charming, graceful, and full of surprises, she brings a unique new energy to the valley that I simply can't get enough of. What makes Fleurine so special is that she's a fully romanceable NPC, complete with 10 heart events and extensive marriage dialogue. She's got a fully fleshed out schedule, visiting Evelyn, floating around town, hanging out on the beach, and even hanging out at the Stardrop Saloon on weekends. She also attends almost every festival, though you won't find her at Spirit's Eve, which given her witchy background is a detail I find delightfully ironic. And if you're wondering how to win her over, she loves blueberry tarts, cranberry candy, diamonds, lucky lunches, pink cake, starfruit, and strawberries. Just don't give her beer, coffee, duck feathers, or a rabbit's foot. Trust me, it won't end well. Her entire aesthetic is a perfect blend of whimsical magic and cozy cottage vibes, and her tower, which is located in the Cindersap Forest, is so perfect. Just look at it. If you're looking for an NPC with personality, depth, and a healthy obsession with the color pink, then you're going to absolutely fall in love with Fleurine. For this next segment, I want to slow down and dedicate a proper moment to what might be the most delightfully unexpected addition to Pelican Town. If you haven't already noticed, I have a bit of a soft spot for cats, and my main save is jam-packed with pretty much every cat NPC that the modding community has ever come out with. But even from within that crowded litter box, 2 personalities really stood out to me. Let's talk about Jorts and Jean, the Helper Cats, by Tia Call. Honestly, the story behind this mod is almost as good as the mod itself. These 2 are based on real internet famous cats who went viral over a Reddit post about, of all things, a workplace dispute involving buttered cats and union talk. It's a bizarre and wonderful origin story that sets the tone for these 2 perfectly. In the valley, their personalities are as distinct as their legendary internet counterparts. Jean, The Calico is the sharp one. She's organized, has strong opinions, and even demands full rights for JoJo workers. She's the brains of the operation here. Then there's Jorts. He's the lovable orange tabby who, more often than not, is just doing his best to get through life. You'll often find him sticking out of the trash can in front of the Star Drop Saloon, which, let's be honest, is the most Jorts thing possible. They're giftable, friendable, and have a plethora of hilarious things to say that will have you looking for them in town every day, just to see what they'll say next. Their story is fully fleshed out with multiple hard events, including a JoJo event that brings in other NPCs for support. I also love the little details, like how they'll only appear in town after the JoJo landslide is cleared, and how their gift tastes are exactly what you'd expect them to be. They love salmon burgers but hate pretty much all JoJo products. They're fiercely pro-union and it shows. Another amazing thing about the mod is how Jorts and Jean seamlessly integrate into even the most heavily modded saves. The creator has gone above and beyond to ensure Jorts and Jean are able to be best friends with everyone. They have cross-compatibility with nearly every major expansion you could think of. Ridgeside Village, East Scarp, and a ton of other custom NPCs like Juna, Lucille, and even our friend Alecto the Witch. If you have a mod installed, chances are these two are going to have something to say about it. And just when you think you've seen everything, they'll surprise you. They can visit the Ginger Island Resort if you have the right mods installed. They show up for movie nights at the theater with their own concession preferences, and they even have special dialogue for all the seasonal festivals in town. So if you're a cat person like myself, or just someone who appreciates a good NPC and a good laugh, Jorts and Jean are non-negotiable additions for your mod folder. I'm gonna be real with you guys for a second. Finding a custom NPC that feels less like an add-on and more like an entirely new game within a game is a rare treat. But lurking in the dark, NPC Sen for East Scarp by 7th Axis is exactly that. I already mentioned earlier in the video that the Wayfarer feels super jam-packed to me, and Sen is right there with it when it comes to content. Sen isn't just a guy who stands around. He comes with his own rich backstory, a unique home in the deep dark caves of East Scarp, and a sprawling schedule, as well as a surprisingly touching character arc that makes him one of the most iconic characters you'll ever meet. Sen is a shadow person who ventured up from the deepest parts of the mines. His entire life, the elders around him would always warn him that life on the surface was brutal, unfriendly, and unwelcoming to their kind. But being the curious sort, Sen wanted to find the truth for himself. Upon reaching the surface, the ever-helpful Krobus helped him find a place to stay, and he now lives in a cave below the East Scarp Inn, spending much of his time making costumes out of random trash he finds. He wears these disguises to attend festivals in order to get a closer look at human life, which is both adorable and a little heartbreaking. But the real turning point for Sen? It's befriending you, the farmer. And that's where the expansion within an expansion feeling really kicks in. Sen is a fully romanceable / roommate candidate, which means you can dive deeper into his story no matter which type of relationship you choose with him. He's got his own intro event you have to find in the mines to unlock his very dynamic schedule, a ton of unique dialogue, and multiple hard events that explore his fears, his dreams, and his love of bug steak, chocolate cake, and cloth. Honestly, if you're looking for a character with almost as much depth and content as a major expansion, Sen is an absolute must-have for your East Scarp playthrough. For this last mod, I've saved someone who, I'll be honest, didn't immediately win me over in the beginning. At first, this NPC seemed like a chaotic mess, and not necessarily in an endearing way. But there's a reason Juna by Elrevi is on this list. She just grew on me, like a peculiar, grumpy little mushroom. Now I can't imagine my modded valley without her brand of dramatic nonsense. Juna is an aromatic, chaotic woman with a strange past and a penchant for the dramatics. She abhors the beach, loves ballet, considers Robin the light of her life, doesn't really get fishing, sincerity, or picnics, and seems to get an unhealthy amount of satisfaction with tormenting the wizard. What makes her stand out to me and why she eventually climbed the ranks in my heart is how much content is packed into this one strange woman. She comes with hard events, a ton of dialogue, seasonal clothing, and a dynamic schedule. She also has a few quests and special orders, and you all know I love more of both in my game. But the real star feature of the mod is the roommate system. You can ask Juna to move in with you, which unlocks a whole new set of roommate events. These aren't just one-off scenes. They're bite-sized, randomized events that can trigger when you come home at night, making her feel genuinely present in your daily life. Before she even moves in, there's a couch surfing phase with its own events, a treasure hunt, and a very special gift, proving that the creator, L. Harvey, poured a ton of love into making her a truly interactive companion. So yes, Juna is extremely odd. She's rude, messy, and she has a beef with the wizard that's frankly hilarious to witness. But beneath that unwelcoming exterior is a character with genuine depth, a surprisingly funny bone, and a loyalty that once earned feels real. If you're looking for an NPC who breaks the mold and will keep you entertained with her unique blend of ballet-loving drama and Junimo-grown strangeness, Juna is an absolute must-have. She proves that the best characters aren't always the easiest to love at first sight. And there you have it, 10 of some of my favorite NPC mods that I'm playing with on my current playthrough. From cute forest mice and postal workers to grumpy witches, adorable cats, and one very dramatic roommate. I hope you found some new NPCs to try out in your own game. Again, narrowing it down to just 10 so that the video wouldn't go on for too long was nearly impossible. There are so many talented creators with some seriously awesome NPC mods out there. So if your favorite didn't make the cut this time, don't worry. I'm already planning a part 2 video where I can shine a spotlight on even more amazing NPCs. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It really helps this video get pushed out by the YouTube algorithm. Now I want to hear from you. Which of the NPCs on this list do you currently have installed, or which ones are you looking forward to trying out? I read every single one of your comments and can't wait to talk mods with you all. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay cozy and keep those mods updated, my friends. And as always, happy farming.